everybody, it's Cheyenne and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video just talking about some qualities that I think make up a good dental assistant. Now, I'm not saying if you don't have these that you won't be a great dental assistant. This is just my personal opinion and just from my experience of some qualities that I think make a really good dental assistant. So the first quality that I think you would need to be a good dental assistant would have to be reliability. Now, if you work in an office, especially a private office, they rely on you to be there every day, and you definitely can't be calling off sick or leaving early or coming in late, things like that. You need to be reliable, and people in your office are really going to depend on you to help see patients, and then also the patients depend on you. They, have an appointment set up, they expect you to be there helping. It makes it really tough on the other staff members if you're late all the time or not showing up or things like that. You need to make sure you are reliable, okay? Also, second quality, I think you have to be good at multitasking. Now, there is a million things I'm doing every second of the day at work, and either I have a chart note I need to finish, I need to remind the doctor that he has a prescription he needs to send out. I'm also looking at the schedule to make sure that patients aren't arriving for their appointments. I'm cleaning rooms, I'm doing sterile, I'm listening for the hygienist if she's yelling and, needs something or needs me to. I'm listening for the hygienist to see if she needs help with anything. I'm also, whatever it may be. So you need to be really good at multitasking and remembering to complete tasks as well. You have a lot on your plate and you need to make sure you're finishing those tasks by the end of the day, because you can't leave chart notes unfinished or prescriptions not sent or phone calls not placed, whatever it may be. So I do think you have to be really good at multitasking. Also, you kind of have to be a people person. You're meeting new people all the time, all day, patients. So you have to be good at communicating with them and not feeling uncomfortable or awkward or shy. You're trying to get the most information out of patients usually to provide that to the dentist. So you have to be comfortable with conversation and talking to people. Also, you have to be compassionate. You see a lot of patients sometimes that are in pain, and you have to feel compassion for them and want to help them and not view them as like an annoyance or things like that. Of course, there's days where I'm slam busy and all of a sudden somebody walks in and they have a tooth that hurts, and you can't be the type of person that's going to be like, oh my gosh, this person just walked in, I do not have the time for this. No, you gotta have some compassion. This person's in a lot of pain and they need help, and you should want to help that person. So being compassionate is very important as a dental assistant as well. Also, another quality is anticipating things before they even happen, or what my doctor likes to call it, mind reading, which kind of drives me crazy sometimes, but it is a skill. As you learn and work, you have to anticipate things that are going to happen. So you might grab a patient and take an x-ray and you can already guess that it's probably going to be an extraction. You need to maybe set that up before grabbing the dentist, or have them, just certain things like that, anticipating it before it happens. During procedures, learning what your dentist likes, the order that he likes things, so he's not constantly having to ask for things. There might be 3 instruments he always uses, and there's a certain order those instruments go in, or my dentist loves cotton rolls, and I always make sure there's tons of cotton rolls out there. And when I see him use his last cotton roll, I usually will grab him some more and put them on his tray, because I'm already anticipating that he's probably going to ask me for more cotton rolls. So things like that. You have to be good at anticipating what things may happen and guessing what your dentist or whoever you're working with might need next. You also have to be a hard worker. Dental assistants, I'm not gonna say all of them because everyone's job's a little bit different, but we work very long hours and you're usually very, very busy, sometimes with no to hardly any breaks. I've worked days without getting a lunch. I've worked days with no breaks at all. I mean, it happens. I've worked days where it's super slow and I have no patience for 2 hours. Like, you just never can predict what your schedule is going to be. So you have to be a hard worker, and there might be some days where you've worked for 10 hours without a break, and It's tough, but if you have the right attitude and you are compassionate and want to help people, then you have the right personality for the job, because to me, I work a 10-hour day, but to me it's rewarding. I feel happy. I feel like I've helped somebody. It kind of gives me more energy. But as to other people, you know, they like their breaks. They want to take their breaks or whatever it may be, and it might not be the right job for you, because there's definitely going to be long days to where you don't get a break. Also, you have to be comfortable with wearing scrubs all the time. I personally love scrubs. They're super comfortable. They actually have really cute scrubs now that you can purchase, but it's so easy in the morning to get up and just grab a pair of scrubs, throw them on. But I have worked with assistants in the past that don't like scrubs because they like to dress up. They don't like the loose fitting clothing. So again, it's just kind of up to you, but I kind of feel like it's like putting on pajamas every day and going to work. I don't really have to think about what I'm going to wear, which is nice. And then if you want to do your hair and makeup, you can, but it's kind of nice not to have to worry about that. Also, I think a big one is you can't get easily offended. You have to be, so another one is you can't get easily, so another one is that you can't easily get offended, and then you also have to be open to criticism, especially when you're first starting out. You cannot take things personally. You're learning, and your dentist, if he says you're doing something incorrectly, or, I'm not saying that your dentist should be disrespectful to you, because I don't believe that they should be. We're all human beings, and they should definitely be respectful to you. And I've definitely worked with dentists who have been very disrespectful. But you have to be open to criticism, and there's a lot of things to remember as a dental assistant. There's a lot of things to do, and we all make mistakes. I make mistakes every day. I made a mistake the other day, and I walked out the wrong code for a dental treatment, and my dentist came and told me, and I was like, okay, thanks. I was like, thank you for letting me know, and I won't do that ever again, but thank you for letting me know, and I'll change that. But you just have to be open to criticism and not take things personally or feel attacked or get defensive, because it is a learning experience, and you're going to make mistakes. We all do. And I've worked with assistants that have gotten offended before, especially because you're in front of patients a lot of the time. And if your doctor corrects you in front of a patient, they tend to get a little offended. I just look at it more as like a learning experience and being like, okay, they don't like it this way. I need to do it this way. But yeah, you cannot take things personally. You've got to not get offended by things, and have kind of like a brush off your shoulder type of attitude. Also, you have to be driven. Like, dental assisting is not an easy job, and I've had a lot of people comment on some of my other videos and say that I'm portraying it as some easy job, and believe me, I'm not. I'm not trying to do that at all. It's a very hard job. It really is. You're very busy. You have a lot of people depending on you. You are running around doing all these things, and it's hard on your body. It's hard mentally. I'm mentally and physically exhausted at the end of the day. But you have to have the right personality to feel rewarded at the end of the day. Like, I love my profession. I love what I do. I feel happy at the end of the day. I feel like I've helped people. I have a personality to where I like to be very organized. It's kind of like a little check-off list to me. So I like to see patients, arrive, be sat, be seen, and then they're off the schedule or they're cleared. I like that type of flow. But yes, it is very, very hard work, and you have to be ready for that. And if you go into it thinking like, oh, this is going to be easy peasy, it's not. It's hard work. It takes dedication. It takes a lot of learning, and it's hard. I graduated school with my dental assisting program with 25 girls, and I think only 3 of us are still dental assistants. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe, I wouldn't say, probably less than 5 are still dental assistants. One of my good friends was in school with me, and we both graduated, and she worked in an office for a week and decided it wasn't for her, and she paid $10,000 to go through school and then decided it wasn't for her within a week. So, everyone's different, but it is a lot of work. So you have to be really, really dedicated. Also, like I just said, organization is a must as a dental assistant. You have your whole room that you have to keep organized and cleaned, you know, with dental supplies and things they need for fillings. Also, you have to be organized with patients and what you're doing with chart notes and things like that. You cannot be a messy person. You have to be semi-organized. Now, I have worked with dental assistants that are very messy and their rooms are a disaster, but they're organized with patients and chart notes and things like that. Organization is a must when you're a dental assistant because you have so many tasks that you're doing that you need to be an organized person. So I think those are the top qualities to be a good dental assistant. I do think a lot of them you can work on. I am a pretty shy person until you get to know me. But with me having prior work experience, I actually worked at Subway. That really helped me overcome that. When I got into the dental profession, I was comfortable with talking to people. So I'm not saying that if you're a shy person, this isn't for you. It's definitely something you can learn, but just be prepared that you're going to be talking to a lot of people and a lot of, you know, especially people in pain, and you have to be compassionate and be able to deal with that. But I hope this video helped you maybe decide if dental assisting is right for you or if you have the right personality to do dental assisting. But if you're really interested in it, I say go for it. It is a hard profession, but you know, if it interests you, people think I'm crazy, but it is very interesting to me. I love it. It isn't, you know, I love teeth and I love working on them, and I just think it's very, very interesting. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I will see you in the next video. All right.
You ain't seen nothing like this. Come on and give me some more.